forever wilt be. Summer and winter and springtime and harvest, sun, moon, and stars in their courses above, join with all nature in manifold witness to thy great faithfulness, mercy, and love.
Pardon for sin and a peace that endureth, thine own dear presence to cheer and to guide, strength for today and bright hope for tomorrow, blessings all mine with 10,000 beside. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand has provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto thee. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto thee.
Happy New Year, Second Baptist. This is Deacon and Trent Alex Brown. And when I think about the favor of God on my life for the year 2021, I can think about it twofold. On one end, within the walls of Second Baptist Church, where our young adult ministry, we were given the word stronger at the top of the new year. And I feel that in spite of everything we've seen, in spite of everything we've gone through, that we have continued to be able to build community through Bible study, through social gatherings, through just fun times of meeting each other and networking and meeting young adults that are not necessarily Second Baptist members, but within the community of believers within Evanston and the North Shore. Then I could also think about outside of the walls of Second Baptist Church, where I am a community leader, and I serve in a capacity within our the Fifth Ward at Family Focus, and how we have seen trials and tribulations of homelessness and food insecurity. And we've been able to continue to serve the community of Evanston and its residents as best as we can, whether it was giveaways, whether it was programming, whether it was Christmas events, whatever it may be, we were able to continue to be a blessing to others. And I'm so happy that in spite of COVID-19, in spite of sicknesses, in spite of heartache, in spite of trials and tribulations, we have continued to stay persistent and stay consistent and stay resilient in spite of whatever we may face. So I am excited to see you all next year in 2022. Blessings.
Lord, keep me day by day in a pure and perfect way. I want to live. I want to live, Lord, in a building not made by hand. Lord, keep me day by day in a pure and perfect way. I want to live. I want to live, Lord, in a building not made by hand. Lord, keep my body strong. Lord, keep my body strong, so that I can do no wrong. I want to live. I want to live, Lord, in a building not made Greetings and salutations to Second Baptist Church and friends. We are grateful to be able to share just a very short word on this amazing watch night moment. In the history of the African American religious tradition, watch night has been most and especially important. It is an opportunity for faith communities around the nation to gather together, to be able to muse and talk about the experiences of the last year, and to also hold out that the year that is coming is going to be much more wonderful, filled with blessings, filled with wonderful things. This watch night service is a little different, as you may know. That is because the rise of COVID-19 is among us once again, and we are in the United States struggling to deal with the reality of potentially 500,000 new cases of COVID every day. And we are not remiss here at Second Baptist Church to recognize that those numbers are also in our area, both in Illinois, in Cook County, and also in Evanston. We are struggling with such a reality, but at the same time holding out hope and conviction that the God who brought us this far will certainly not leave us. We know that the experience of watch night service is one where the people who gather together, if we were gathered together in worship and in our sanctuary, would have a chance to be able to talk about the blessings that they have received over the past year. Watch night is almost always accompanied by an opportunity for testimonials. Members of the church, officers, and even visitors have a chance to stand for a moment and talk about what God has done for them, to talk about what their experiences have been like and how God has dealt with them during the previous year. I want to share with you that while this opportunity is not presenting itself to us this year in 2021 as we begin to prepare for 2022, we know that God is still hearing you wherever you are. And so I want to encourage you wherever you are to take a moment and just reflect on this past year. It has been one filled with struggle. It has been one filled with challenges. It has been one also filled with blessings, with good tidings, with the fact that God is with us, Emmanuel. And so I want you to think about that as you consider the fact that we are at a moment in history that has been unprecedented. We are going into a third year of a global health pandemic. We are dealing with the reality of having lost loved ones and friends, people that we know, people that we don't know. Families have been forever changed. Yet, at the same time, babies have been born. Children are growing older year by year, getting taller and taller. The fact remains that God still has a work for us to do during this time. More than ever, I believe that faith communities are important. They're critical. It's critical for us to know beyond the shadow of a doubt that the world needs to know and see that God is alive, that God is with us, that God is active. And the way that they're able to see that is through you and I. The way they're able to hear it are through the words that we share. The way they're able to be convicted and convinced by it is through our actions, through our activity, through our behavior. It is time more than ever for us to be able to share with others that God is not only with us, but that we are blessed, that we are somehow in the midst of a pandemic, ready for whatever may come our way. And whatever may come our way includes continuing to feed the hungry, to clothe the naked, to do everything we can to reach out to those who are sick, to those who are maybe behind jail or prison bars, and to let them know that they are not alone. If I had any message to give in this short opportunity that I have, it would be to share with you that you are not alone, that we are somehow caught up in a cosmic web of interdependence. And the fact is that there's no way that I can be everything God intended for me to be unless you are everything that God intended for you to be. We are a team, Second Baptist. We are a faith community. We are a beacon of light, a ray of hope, letting the world know that God is still with us, that Jesus has come, and that we in the faith community are doing everything we can to make this world a better place. And so, Second Baptist, I want to say God bless you. And again, if we were here in the sanctuary and if we were experiencing a normal, amazing watch night service, I would be hearing and motivated by your own testimony. So I want to end this by giving my testimony and saying that if it had not been for God on my side, where would I be? I thank God for this year. I thank God for Second Baptist Church. It's been a challenging year with the loss of my sister, with the loss of my father-in-law, Sydney's dad, a dear and wonderful human being. It has been a tough year with the loss of members of Second Baptist that I value, that I love and hold so dearly and lift up their families even now at the end of the year. It has been a tough year where I've lost friends. I've had at least 75 or more funerals that I have not only attended, but most of them I delivered eulogies. But in all of that toughness, I have recognized and believed that God was always present and remains present. And that whatever word I have that might be a word of encouragement, it is this, that somehow if you have been blessed to be able to rise in the morning, to fill your lungs with air, to fill your mind with thoughts, to fill your heart with love, and then your hands and your feet with activity to be a blessing to others, then that, my friends, is the greatest blessing. So for me, I thank God for my family. I thank God for Sydney. I thank God for my children, Parker, Pierce, and Spencer, Linez, Jarrell, and Simone. I thank God for my grandchildren. I thank God for this community of Evanston that continues to forge ahead in so many different ways, particularly and especially with regard to reparations. I thank God for the opportunity to serve as the senior pastor of Second Baptist Church. It is, again, in my estimation, the greatest church this side of the Mississippi. Not because we have so many members, not because we have so many well-known members, not because we're so rich, not because we have the most beautiful building, but it is because God has blessed and anointed this place. And as a result of God blessing and anointing Second Baptist, I know that eye has not seen and ear has not heard what great things that God has in store for us later on down the road. So you all, as we end this year and prepare for the next, keep on planning and praying. Keep on strategizing and praying. Keep on working and praying. Because while it is yet day, we must work. God bless you and have a happy new year.